Good morning. It is Saturday. Going to get an oil change. Return some items that I bought yesterday. Get some cupcakes. One, maybe two different places. I think it's Candle Day at Bath and Body Works, so get a candle. I think it's $9.99 for the 3-wick. So my one candle is getting low, so I need to take a picture. Remember to take a picture so I can go get one. We are going to start with, I'm going to put on primer first so I can do eyeshadow right afterwards. So Danessa, because we're trying to use this bad boy up. And I'm putting on a sunscreen tint moisturizer. So I didn't want to use Carpe, a sunscreen primer on top of a sunscreen and then put a sunscreen foundation on top. I mean, that's a lot of coverage, but I did not want to do that. And I started to take a nap yesterday, like after work. It did not happen. So at one point I did finally just get up. Did I moisturize my under eye today? Hopefully my concealer is moisturizing there. Eyebrows, Benefit, Outline, and then Anastasia Beverly Hills, the brow, volumizing brow gel. Okay. Now, let me put on my eyes. That's why another reason I was starting there. I'm trying to think what sales are going on. Danessa has like a 12 days of giving, I guess, on her website for like 25% off. I am not participating because her shipping went up. I think it used to be like $7.95. It is now like $8.95. So think about whatever you get, 25% off, but then throw that shipping on it. Like, it's pretty much the same price. If I want anything, I'm just gonna go to Sephora and get it. We are using her Colorfix in Nude 11, I believe. It'll be in the description. And with Colorfix, because it does dry down fast, I forgot it's on the, I don't know if that focused or not because it's very small and I can't see. Colorfix dries down kind of fast before. So it's better to do one eye at a time. And a little goes a long way. As we see. I can even use some of that over here without going back in. I don't know why I'm holding this. So it doesn't dry down immediately, but it does dry down kind of fast. So that's why they say do one eye first. Because I had enough to go to the other eye. I am. The Family Stone is on. I like Family Stone. And it's like, as you watch it, it gets more and more dysfunctional. You just notice things. I'm like, the family ain't that great. They're a bit of assholes. Like Meredith, you know, has her issues, but the family's not that great either. I'm trying to think. But yeah, I know right now at Ulta there's a 20% off everything, including fragrance and prestige, which prestige means expensive stuff like Dior or Chanel, things like that count. And then Sephora also has a sale, 20% off if you're a Beauty Insider, which means you just gotta sign up. Sign up is free. Doesn't matter what tier you are. It's also 25% off one time only. I'm like, do I not need anything? But it's anything I had my eye on that I want 20% off on. I might need some more of my Ami Collet, but that's online only, so the lid on that. I know I'm not going back in there. So I'm like, what could I possibly want after Black Friday? Okay. Like that is not very small. It's dry, so me going like this is pointless. It's mostly dry. With a little bit left, I'm trying to blend out. It's one of my tiny ones that I use that I got from Walmart when I first started. So to go with my tiny hands. I'm just trying to smooth out the edges. Put that right there. And because I'm just kind of going for makeup, no makeup day. I'm really trying not to take too long also. I'm wearing my New Kitchen Blocks sweatshirt because it's 50 degrees right now. It's 50 degrees right now, but it's gonna be like 70 something. And I'm hot right now, but I think that's because I've been moving around. Yeah. Okay, so let's put the powder on the face like we usually do. I do have some new products that were gifted, and also from Black Friday sales. Because, yeah, I did some decluttering. I don't need to set my eyebrows. I did some decluttering and some things I'm like, okay, could some of my texture down here be because of the powder that I'm using that's probably expired? So we do have finally the LYS setting mist again. Because of things I'm using is why I'm using this one particularly. Otherwise, I'd still use my Urban Decay. And as you remember, it's just a fine mist. I do like it. It's a natural mist. So, and the, what's going on? The Parade, the ARP, not ARP, ALS, APS Light Parade is today. So there's no farmer's market. We are using Tower 28 sunscreen. I bought this earlier this year. It expires in March, so I need to start using it. And I got it half off. One of them good Morning America type deals that somebody I follow on Instagram, when they have deals, good 50% off deals they post about. And so this is what it looks like. My shade is 63rd Street. I do have a video on it from before. It's clean, it's sensitive, skin safe, it's reef safe. So yeah, just gonna put some right here. Looks like I used it, but I know I did not. I think that's enough. And so since I don't have my, usually during the winter I'll use tint moisturizer. I used the Rare Beauty, but since that expired and that was decluttered, okay, that's way too much. I'm like, let me use this bad boy. And see, that could have been possible drip on my shirt. And I'm like, I like this sweatshirt. I'm using the sponge today. But yeah, so the oil, so since this, when you see all that, I'm putting that away. The blocks, the street shouldn't be blocked until later, till 5, they said. The parade's at 7. The street blocking should not be till 5, but just in case, I want to leave by 8:30 and take a back way there, just in case traffic is a little crazy. Because the thing is, for this parade, they be out there like at 7. Chairs are lined up already, people just ready to go at 7. I've seen it in the past, like when I'm out and about, whatever. Yeah, I've never seen this parade. You think as long as I've lived here, would have been to this parade. I still have not been to this parade. It's just getting there. It just seems weird unless you, because they block streets off, and I'm like thinking of how to get there and where to park because there's certain streets, and it's like getting there is just the logistics to it, and it's like, I don't know anybody who lives on Central. And they have lovely houses on Central, but that'd be ideal is to, oh, let me go somebody's house who lives along Central or close to Central, and then I can go get my chair. You know, I have my chair that I have not used, and watch. I just park there, stay the whole time, whatever. And then, you know, Bob's your uncle. Where does that phrase come from, Bob's your uncle? I know it from some movie I watched, but what the hell is Bob's your uncle? Simon Pegg. Bob's your uncle. I need to Google what the hell that is. It's actually some white person's phrase, but I need to look it up to figure out why. See, simple. You see that? And I could just leave it like that, of course. Let me see what time it is. Okay. Yeah, looking at the time, I'm like, okay. Concealer. But yeah, simple look. Okay, it's staying. It's a good no makeup look. Okay, that much is right there. Give me 1 second. My nose has been slightly like leaking, but not leaking. So, and I'm not sick, but I've had a headache since last night. I get chronic headaches. The weather change, stuff like that, I get headaches. So I have one of these Tower 28 sample thingies. My shade is right here. It's 18, what have you. So I'm gonna try to use that. Let's see how much they gave us. So I'm gonna try to take some of that off of there. So. I was like, do I need any more concealers? But I did try this before, but I had trouble setting it. So I returned it. But the thing is, this is more than a year ago. Sometimes I realize things I've struggled with using in the past, I figure out how to use later. And I just didn't know what I was doing, kind of thing. And I'm trying to remember if this is more hydrating normally, and I'm not just, you know, using this. The thing with this Colorfix, it's this shade, this Nude 11 is, you know, just slightly darker than my complexion. I had a different one. I think I had 12. 12 was just too dark for me. Let's see how it looks. Yeah, it looks very natural. But yeah, my mother the other day was like, don't you have enough concealers? Because I was swatching concealers. She goes, I'm like, okay, but some of them are about to expire. So, like, the Fenty one is not about to expire, but I'm going through that one pretty well. So there's that. So if there's a sale on concealer. On the other concealer I was going to use, which I'm not using because this actually is coming out pretty well. It's the Sephora one. Also 30% off. Sephora collection. So the one that I also have is this, the Sephora Glow. I was going to use if this wasn't enough. But it seems like it's enough. So they knew what they're doing with that. The other shades, I'm obviously not going to use because you can see the shade range. I'm trying to get a little for the forehead. This is the brush to do this with because it's very natural looking. I'm trying to think. It's quiet, kind of. I had a child earlier, but otherwise it's relatively quiet in my complex right now. It's still early. It's like 8. So I could just hear somebody coming home right now. Okay. I'm going to seal this to see if that... I'm liking what I'm seeing, so if I can... Maybe that's what I'll get, because it's a 20% off of, like, again, the opportunity to use that 20% off kind of thing. Let me put that over there since I didn't actually use it. And then I'm going to edges. And yes, I can just leave it like that. But we're gonna put a little bronzer on. You know. Really don't need too much because it's bronzing. I'm not contouring really. But what was I getting at? But so you have that opportunity as well to use 30% off on Sephora collection, 20% off on anything in Sephora. It's like, okay. But the thing is, if something's still expensive, that 20% ain't doing nothing. So that's why I was like, okay, if I use it on something that's not expensive. And just 20% off that I just want a discount on. And I do remember they did it last year as well. I totally forgot about it. And I have a thing written down, or I keep sending emails so that when I'm like, okay, are they doing sales? What the sales were last year? That's why I remember Danessa in the past was 30% off, and this year's 35% off when it was. Okay. I'm using the pointy part of this. And I'm probably going to use that Colorfix to do my nose as well. It's still very multi-use. You can use it on other parts of the face, not just, you know, eyes. It's eyes, lips, face. Okay. And then let us set under eye. And whenever I say set under eye, we know I'm automatically actually doing all concealer. Okay. We're gonna set, I didn't get that brush, bronzer. It's because I'm looking at the other brush I was using before. I'm like, okay, I'm trying to use different brushes. somebody's up. So I do burn candles, so that's why I'm interested in candle. And dealership I'm going to. Normally I would not go to dealership, but they have a coupon. I'm going to dealership and I need the oil change. And finding other places that I could go with mine was, I have a, is it a credit card? I don't know what just fell. Okay, I'll put it up. But yeah, this card for car maintenance kind of thing, but it's like finding a place that takes that. It's a struggle. We're going with Juvia's place. I'm just using this light one here. I realize I'm doing throat clearing, which is like in the family stuff. If you've seen it, you know what I mean. This morning I have on Summer Fridays on my lips because that's part of my skincare versus what I usually use. If it had been later in the day, what I had on my lips. Okay. Okay. I really like this brush. Okay, new products. I did order this. So during Black Friday, LYS Triple Fix Loose Setting Powder, which is newer to them. Came out a few months ago, I think. And this one is actually in my shade. I haven't used this setting powder in my shade, non-translucent, in a very long time. When I used to, it was Laura Mercier, the medium deep one. So it's with fingerprints. So it looks like, twist it off, because all the stuff is triangular. I'm not gonna pull out the rest, but everything's triangles. This little thing. And let me open it like that. And so this is in Faithful. So I'm gonna pour some into the cap. So it looks like that. And this brush may be too big to go in there. We're gonna try. That's enough. And I'm gonna even it out on my hand, obviously, because that's way too much. It's just this one side, which is not evening out. Okay, so. There you go. And then LYS sandwich. This side of my face was still wet. Okay. The ear. shaved my head last night. My mother gave me her clippers. They're newer, so they're sharper than mine. Mine are kind of dull. And I've used them to trim up her hair before, and yeah, they're, and I'm like, ooh, I went shorter than I wanted to. But I'm like, grows out. And she wears a lot of head wraps. So at that time, this was months ago. So, but anyway, she gave me her clippers, and this, with the guard on, I was shaving my head, and it still nicked my ear. It hurt. It hurt. I was like, ouch. And then it kept bleeding and bleeding. And so I don't have tiny, this is the smallest Band-Aid I have. And these are the flesh-colored ones, even though at work I'm like, can we have flesh-colored Band-Aids? And that's basically for me, because there's only a few other black people in that room. So, but my supervisor at the time got them, because she's one of those type of people. So she's an ally type person, like diversity, we're gonna make sure the spectrum is covered. Anyways, and so after I washed my hair, the shampoo that my mother gave me, some new shampoo, I don't know what it is. And then I used peroxide, because I do have peroxide. I haven't used it. Alcohol, knew it was going to hurt. Peroxide still hurt, but not as bad as alcohol would have. Then put ointment on it with Q-tip, and then put on the Band-Aid. And I cut it one side so that it sticks behind my ear better. But yeah, so I'm like, okay. It looks, with makeup on, it looks better, because short hair, again, I'm not trying to look like a cancer patient, but yeah, we're kind of sickly. So that's why that is there. I know I haven't mentioned it the whole video, but here we are. So, Fenty, we're using Fenty again. And I could, again, the one that's above this, I think is warm. It does dull down, whatever. But people have been breaking it when they first started. Were like breaking it when they put it on. I'm like, how hard are you pressing? So it does dull down, and you have to find a sharpener for it, which is particular. So we have a new product. NYX. This is their Lip IV Hydrating Gloss Serum. Can't see without my glasses. And this is in the shade Cranberry Splash, I believe. I was in Ulta last night, just looking around. Wanted to swatch some things against each other. Something I had versus was in the store that was on sale. And I saw they had these in the store already. I'm like, Target doesn't have these. Walmart didn't have them. Not that I'm shopping at Walmart. I need to get eggs. Eggs are cheaper at Walmart. So yes, I will still be shopping as long as the eggs are cheaper at Walmart. And I was like, oh, let me try this out. And my lip consultant was like, yeah, I like that color too. Because I just sent them pictures. So it's a lip stain. So right now, this is what it looks like with, I could have did this without the liner. This is what it looks like now. I'm going to freeze for a second. And then, because it's a lip stain, I can then blot. And you still have a wash of color. So since I'm trying to do a no makeup and it looks like this looks like a murder scene. But because teeth, I didn't do that like I usually do. So now I have a little stain. And if I want to put another gloss on top, or I'll put some more on this on top. So now it's a little more natural looking. So there's that. And so these are the earrings I'm wearing today. I really wish I had gone back to that store to get another pair before it closed, but Thanksgiving Day weekend is crazy. It's crazy. So, oh, I did go to that film festival. I think I did a video for. Yeah, it was interesting. I think if I had gone on a regular night, they did the panel, and then between the panel and then showing some movies and or the award ceremony, there was a lot of time. I was tired. It's Sunday. I stayed for a good minute, ate a bunch of sweets, and then I left. I couldn't wait that long. It's Sunday. I'm like, that's my winding down, getting ready for the week kind of day. I'm like, y'all are more creatives where you don't have a 9 to 5, or even if you do have a 9 to 5. I'm like, no, I have to go. I was already in the mood that day, so I was like, okay, I came, I saw, hugged some people. Didn't really have any big real conversations, but hugged some people, showed face. And I was like, I sat by a koi pond, looking at a koi pond, koi swimming through there, and I'm like, I stayed a good minute, and then I was out. So I definitely, like I said, wanted the support. I did. It's just I was not in the right mind space to be there or for a long term. So anyway, but great festival. Yeah, it's a great festival. Great people putting it on. I'm glad that people have been supporting it over the years. It's gotten bigger and better. With that, I'm off to get my oil changed and do whatever else things. Okay, so I'll talk to you later.